Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, I wanted to talk about the whole Me Too movement, the hashtag Me Too thing. And, you know, a lot of guys out here are scared as fuck. They're like, oh my God, you know, I can't even holler at girls anymore because they're going to accuse me of sexual assault. And what are we supposed to do out here? And these girls are going crazy and all this other stuff. Listen, guys, relax, chill the fuck out. You don't have to be scared of the whole Me Too movement, all right? So the thing with this is, for those who don't know, the whole Me Too thing is supposed to be about women who have been sexually assaulted, and they're saying, hey, look, you know, we've been sexually assaulted, and, you know, this isn't cool and all this other stuff. And the thing is, I don't agree with women getting sexually assaulted. You understand what I'm saying? I support people speaking out if they get sexually assaulted. You understand what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, you guys, unless you are the type of guys who are out here doing that type of bullshit to women, you understand? If you're not those type of guys, you ain't got shit to worry about, right? See, a lot of these dudes out here in the media, you know, it popped off of Harvey Weinstein, and then you see all these other celebrity dudes getting called out and all this other stuff. And it's because a lot of them, they actually were doing shit. Not all, but a lot of them were doing stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why it's been called out. You understand? A lot of them are not even denying it because a lot of them know they did it. Even Louis C.K., he admitted, yeah, I was, out here jerking off in front of chicks and doing a whole bunch of crazy shit. And the reason why a lot of these guys were doing this was because they didn't have any game in the first place. This is why I keep talking about the importance of game. If you have game, you will not see yourself or put yourself in these situations for this type of situation to happen. You understand? See, the fear that a lot of you guys have is that you think that, this is sort of going to it's getting too close, or it's going to trickle down to you trying to holler at girls, get with chicks and all this other stuff. You think just saying hi to a woman is going to be like, oh my God, she's going to be like, you're sexually harassing me by saying hi. You think it's getting to that point. You see what I'm saying? Now, to be fair, there are chicks who are that ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? There are chicks who are that, retarded or stupid or whatever when it comes to that, where you're just saying hello and they want to take it to, oh my God, you're doing this and doing that. But that's a really, really small, minuscule amount of women who actually do goofy shit like that. You understand? See, what you understand is this. You out here dating, right? And this is the thing you gotta understand. You're always going to want to get with women because you are a guy, you're a human, this is what you're going to want to do. And these women are also they're going to want to get with a man. Why? Because they're human, they're women, they want to get with dudes, right? If they're straight or whatever, and if you're straight, you want to get, with the opposite sex, right? So you're going to want to do this. This is going to happen. This is not going to stop happening. So women are going to be welcoming to men who are trying to get at them because they want to get a man. You understand? The issue is, it's not about you hollering at chicks. The issue is about guys who are doing shit, you understand, that goes far beyond that shit, where it's like they don't have any social intelligence. They don't realize, like, okay, because when we talk about harassment, you hollering at a chick is not harassment. You understand? But if you holler at a chick and she, is basically telling you, like, look, I'm not really trying to do nothing with you. She's not feeling you. She's rejecting you, whatever. And then you keep trying to get at her, then that could be seen as harassment. That's basically what the harassment is, right? Or if you do shit like, just randomly grab some chick's ass, or, you basically force a chick to do certain things, you understand, that's sexual assault. This is what they're talking about, right? But see, you guys out there, if you're not doing any of this stuff, then you have nothing to worry about. You understand? And like I said, there's going to be those small percentage of women who is going to be on some bullshit. Like, look, I've been out with thousands of women, slept with hundreds of women, right? And before I did this video, I was like, has there ever been a time where a chick has said I did anything to her? Or even like some of my friends who I know that sleep with, a whole bunch of chicks and all this other stuff, and who's dated a whole bunch of girls. You understand? I'm thinking, have they ever been in a situation where these chicks say they did something or anything actually happened? You understand? And when I before I was doing this video, I was thinking, I didn't really have any of those situations happen. I remember there was only one time where I was with this chick, and this is the stupid part, because this isn't even anything that actually happened, but this is what I'm saying, where there's certain women who are going to be on some bullshit, but it's rare, okay? And this is like one time that I could even think of out of years of dealing with women and all this other stuff, where I met this chick on Tinder. We went out, and, you know, she wanted me to come back to her place. We had sex on the first day. Everything was cool, right? So she hits me up, this out of the blues, is like, hey, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, it's good. So I'm like, yo, we should get together and, you know, hang out again sometime, whatever, right? So she was like, yeah, definitely, let's do that, whatever. And so, you know, we set a time to hang out, but then she had flaked on the time he was going to hang out, right? So, you know, I just basically didn't hit her up after that. Then what happened was she hit me up again, and I was like, yo, it was good, you know, you flaked last time, let's make something happen, right? And then she was like, oh, you know, I'm sorry I flaked. And she was like, you know, I'm kind of busy, my schedule's busy right now, but, you know, we'll get together soon. So I was like, all right, cool, you know, hit me up when you free, we can make something happen, right? Next, you know, I didn't hear from her. Maybe like a month later, I'm at this event, and I run into her. She's there with two of her friends, right? Two of her girlfriends. So I'm at this event for like business and shit. So when I'm in business mode, because sometimes I go to events, I might flirt with girls, do this and do that. And sometimes where I'm just in strict business mode, I'm just like going there to do the business, and then I'm bouncing. So I see her, and I'm like, oh, what's up? You know, just talking to her on some regular shit. I give her a hug, and I introduce myself to her two friends. I give both of them, the two friends, a hug, and then we just talking a little bit. Then I'm talking to other people in the place, and I'm not really paying attention to this girl that the girl I met on Tinder and had sex with, right? So by the end of the night, after the business was done and shit, and I'm about to leave, I just go up to her and I'll be like, yo, you know, it was good seeing you. I give her a hug. I give the other two girls a hug, and then I bounce, right? So then she hits me up talking about, and I was like, where the fuck is this coming from? She hits me up talking about, oh, you know, last night when I saw you kind of made me feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, I don't know, I just felt uncomfortable, you know, with you around me and like that. And I'm like, around you like what? Like, I just saw you, said what's up, gave you a hug, and then kept it moving. So basically, long story short, she was talking all this shit, but then it turned out that, you know, the reason why she was saying all this shit and acting this way was because she felt a certain type of way that I wasn't paying attention to her in the spot, and I was paying attention to other people and other girls, and so she felt a certain type of way about that. That's basically what that was about. So that's like the closest, you understand, I got. But she was saying that bullshit, talking about you made me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, I didn't even fucking do anything. You understand what I'm saying? And see, the thing that you know I want to point out is that that's basically the only time I can remember of anything close to that happening in my experience. And in that exact situation, I actually didn't do anything. You see what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing to this chick. So it's funny that in situations where I've actually had sex with women, dated women, doing all this other stuff with, you know, thousands of other women and all this, none of this shit ever, was an issue with any of them. What I find funny, though, is that you got guys out here who, they're like, you know what, this is why I'm, you know, not going to talk to girls ever again. I quit. I'm going my own way. I'm not going to talk to girls. And I'm like, nigga, please. Okay, stop. Let's cut the bullshit. See, a lot of times you're talking from this emotional standpoint. You're not going to quit talking to girls. You're not going to stop talking to women. And see, you're being fooled, and you're being scared by, you know, how the media and the internet and all of this shit is saying all of this stuff, right? It's like this. You gotta understand, like I was saying, most of the shit is rare that, you're going to run into a woman who's going to say you're harassing her or being on some sexual assault shit if you're just trying to holler at her and say hi and, you know, try to get to know her. You see what I'm saying? You got some crazy chicks out there that'll do it, but it's rare. It's kind of like, if you heard about somebody getting food poisoning, you know, by eating at a restaurant, are you going to stop eating at restaurants? You understand? Yeah, that could happen, but it's rare. You understand? If you hear somebody that got into a bike accident, right? Are you going to stop riding bikes? Are people just going to stop riding bikes now? You know, there could be a bike accident, but it's rare. It doesn't happen all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So the same thing applies to this. There are going to be women who, even though, you know, nothing happens, you understand what I'm saying? Or even though, you're just talking to her or just trying to get to know her or whatever, you're going to have those rare occasions where you meet a ridiculously, you know, goofy, stupid chick who's going to say you did something when you actually didn't because she perceives it that way or whatever. You understand? But those are more of the rare occurrences than actually the occurrences that actually happen, in real life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that is an everyday thing. And the thing is, you're getting confused because you're looking at that as more of the everyday thing. So you're like, oh, I'm never talking to these girls again because if I talk to any girl, it's going to be an issue. And it's like, no, dude, stop being ridiculous. Okay. You have to understand what's really going on out here. You know, you have to stop, letting the internet, to influence your thoughts, because a lot of this stuff, you see on the internet and they blow it up and it's like, now it's this big thing, and you think that this is how it is actually in real life. You understand? Meaning that a lot of the things that you see on the internet, they blow it up to make it seem as if it's bigger than it really is. So you're thinking, oh my God, all these women out here, every woman on the street, every woman that I see, I can't talk to her or approach her because she's going to think, she's going to act like, feel like I'm harassing her and all this other stuff, right? Now, again, like I said, the internet is going to get shit blow up crazier than, it actually is in reality, in real life. You understand? When you're out here interacting with people. Because if you go out here, you go to bars, you go to clubs, you go to events, there's women all over the place wanting to get with dudes. You understand? I have women clients who hit me up all the time. You understand? Like, I go on dates with women. You understand? Like, this shit is happening. They want shit to go down. So don't think because of this, this thing with this movement and all the hype around it is meaning that, it's going to affect you in your dating life. You understand? Because again, a lot of this stuff that's coming out is from these guys who, most of them are not denying they did shit because a lot of them probably did the shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying all of them did it. And, but the thing is, a lot of these guys, this is what I want you guys to understand. There is situations where there is sexual assault, like there's actual sexual assault, which is bullshit, which is fucked up and which I do not condone. Then there's situations where there is no sexual assault. There is just, you talking to a woman and everything is cool, right? So we're focusing on that shit. Don't try to mix that shit up, and don't try to believe when these people are trying to mix that shit up, because they're trying to mix that shit up to fucking scare you. You understand? You got to be smarter than that bullshit. See, if you're not, the type of dude who's on that bullshit, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about, because you have to understand a lot of this stuff too. It's like a very emotional thing, because a lot of times what happens is with things like this with the Me Too movement, even though the actual sort of like content or context of what we're talking about here is a serious matter, there are people who like to take advantage of a serious matter and try to use it and abuse it for their own agenda. You understand? So don't fall into that trap, and don't be stupid. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand that the desire for men and women to get together will always be there. You understand? It's going to happen. It's natural. You understand? So I don't care how many this is going on, or people talking about this or people talking about that. Yeah, there are situations and there are issues, but you have to be able to understand how to separate those things, and don't let people confuse you into thinking that it's just this one big thing. You understand? Because you will have people who's on that Me Too shit who are trying to take advantage of it and trying to attack it on all sides and say, oh, it's it's all of this, and it's rape culture, and it's this and it's that, and it's everything mixed together, and any guy trying to talk to any woman, that's a harassment to her. No, it's not. You understand? It's not that. You got people who run with it on an emotional level. You understand what I'm saying? And you got a lot of movements out there online that's very emotional. I'm not gonna even say too much about that in this video, but a lot of times what it is that people just sort of hashtag shit. You understand? And they just sort of say shit, but it's not really what it is. So you're gonna have some of these women out here who are hashtagging Me Too, and they're just doing it because they think that they were harassed, but they weren't really harassed. You understand? Or they're interpreting something as harassment that wasn't harassment. You understand? And again, that's not to take away women who were actually harassed and shit. But what I'm saying is that you're gonna have that small, a section of women who are going to do that. But you have to understand that it's a small section of women. It's a rarity. You understand? It's not anything that is happening all over the place, and it's this big ass fucking thing that's just running crazy. You understand? Don't believe the hype on the internet. You understand what I'm saying? Because, dude, I get so many women sending me emails all the time. I can't find a man, can't get a good man. How come these guys aren't asking me out? I'm on these online dating sites. I match with these guys and they never, pull the trigger and ask me out on a date. We're just talking here. What's going on? Why? Like all the fucking time. All the time. Chicks hitting me up talking about why aren't guys doing this, doing that? And, I try to tell them too, the reason why is because dudes are scared of shit like this. You understand? But see, you have to be the one to not fall into the bullshit or not be, caught up in the nonsense and be smart enough to realize what's really going on in the real world. You feel what I'm saying? And what's really going on out here because, truthfully, you guys, when you're seeing all this shit with Harvey Weinstein and, all these other celebrity guys that are, shit is coming out about, you understand? You got to understand that, first of all, these dudes are celebrities. So what happens is in their situation, they were in a situation where they took advantage of their position, right? And then what they did was they were like, okay, well, this is the way that I know how to get women to do shit because I ain't got no fucking game. So this is what I'm going to do. Right now, again, it's not the saying that all of these allegations are true, but what I find interesting, and I was talking about this earlier, is that a lot of them haven't denied it. And some of them have actually came out and said, yeah, I did the shit. So again, you don't have to be scared of this shit. You understand? Unless you're the one doing shit. If you ain't doing shit, you ain't really got shit to be scared of. You see what I'm saying? So don't confuse all of this shit and try to lump it into the same category like they're trying to promote it as. That's not what's happening here. You understand? Women are always going to want dick. Women are always going to want to get with guys. Women are always going to want to get approached by dudes. It's not going to stop. You understand? Of course, they want to get approached by the dudes they want to get approached by. So, that's a whole nother fucking story. And I talked about that before. But the thing is, that desire is not going anywhere. You understand? So don't get fooled. Don't get misled. And, if you stay on top of your game, you don't got to worry about none of this shit. You feel me? So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.